Hello and welcome in to Conference Preview Show number 2, talking West Suburban Silver, a conference we both swam in. This is, as is usual the last few years, Hinsdale Central, Lyons Township, head-to-head showdown. Who's going to win, and who are the individuals from the Downers and the Oak Parks of the world who are going to throw the monkey wrench in? When we come back from a short break, we're going to get in-depth and break it down and tell you who's going to win the West Suburban Silver Conference here on the Skylar King Show at IllinoisPrep.com. Welcome back in, IllinoisPrep.com. Skylar King, Brandon King, talking West Suburban Silver. A meet we both swam in, and like we said, Hinsdale Central and LT Showdown. What are the big keys in your mind here?
Both teams, they have people that are almost guaranteed. More so with Hinsdale Central in terms of Danny Thompson. Whatever he swims, he's going to win. Yeah. Most likely he'll either swim a combo of the 2 and the 5 or the IM and the 5, and then, 2 relays, which, that's going to be the question. Which relays he's going to swim? If he swims whichever relays he does swim, that's obviously going to help that relay possibly either win or guarantee them a second place. The relay he sits, could another team stack that relay and unknowingly beat them, and they get a random third place on a relay?
Yeah, that's the big. They got to go for the win in the medley. That's the only one that they can realistically say, if everyone brings their A game, that they could potentially win.
I think that is their best relay, and I think that relay is better than anyone else's in the conference.
Well, the key there is, if LT loads it with Donatelli anchoring, I think they win.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Donatelli's going to swim that at state, but
at a conference level, obviously you do different things to try to just win that meet.
And they have to believe they can win the 200 free relay without him. We can talk about Schaefer and McGinnis.
But do you take that risk with Hinsdale Central possibly shaving people? I don't know who they really have in terms of.
But Thompson won't be on that relay. But
if you have 4 random shaved guys that have been kind of under the radar all season, maybe they're 24s and 23 on relays, and all of them go 22s on the relay, shaved and tapered. That relay is going to beat LT. Do they have that?
Right. We mentioned it with Naperville North, but these two teams are where the shaved guys are going to come in way more than in the Naperville North scenario.
Both teams do this every year. They both have the sneaky shaved guys that are definitely right at a maybe sectional spot, but there's just some guy that beat them out for it.
Right. It's like a double flyers of 55 or 6 all of a sudden, and it's like, where did that come from?
They both teams always do this every year, where they have random guys that no one's ever heard of, and basically you got to check the program. Who is this guy? Mike Reed is going to be a big monkey wrench for LT.
This is big for Central.
Because if he can somehow win both the 50 and the 100, that kills LT.
Yeah. That's 6 points gone, from 16 to 13 for Donatelli.
That's why, it's good for Hinsdale Central, because they do have the guaranteed win. No one can touch Danny, even if they're tapered in his 2 events. Where Mike Reed, if he's having a good day and Donatelli's not, Mike Reed's just as good as Donatelli.
Even if they're both having a good day, I think Reed's probably the favorite.
Yeah.
So the thing that would be terrible for Hinsdale Central is if, for some reason, Reed's going like a 50 and 3 relays.
Yeah.
And Donatelli's got a cruise control win in the 100.
And you wouldn't expect that at a conference level for them to do that.
Give him a chance to be a double conference champion.
Yeah. He's a stud. So is Donatelli, and that's why it's going to be so exciting to watch.
Oh, those would be the two best races of the day, probably. Yeah,
because they're both coming back in the top 3 or 4 in their events at state meet. So, that's going to be a ridiculous showdown. They're going to be just so much far ahead of the field. Maybe some taper guys in there that, especially in the 50 and the 100, there's usually a couple tapered guys that surprise you. OPRF, they got Patno, Bodarenko.
Armando, and, why am I blanking on the other sprint freestyler's name? He's the nephew of the Coach McCabe at Hinsdale Central. It'll come to me. But
anyway, that's a team that could throw a relay together.
Yes.
That could to beat out Hinsdale Central in something that could hurt Central's chances of winning.
Anderson, I believe is the last name.
So OPRF definitely...
Their best relay is going to be the medley. If they're all together, you get Patnode in the back, Armando in the breast, Botarenko in the fly, and Anderson in the free. That's a relay that they could do something if other teams are off their A game.
Yeah, so them in the medley and even in a 200 free relay, sprint relay, all of them are pretty decent sprinters. Yeah. So if they could somehow maybe even win one of those relays or win two of them, it actually wouldn't be as bad as if they got second and knocked down LT or Hinsdale Central, which would obviously hurt them a little bit more. So really, them getting second, either one of those relays is going to hurt the team that gets third, and that's what it's all about, is to make sure if you're Hinsdale or Lyons Township,
no third places.
You need to make sure that you're first or second on all those relays. But it's going to be a battle for both teams. It seems like it has been for the last 5 or 6 years. Both of them have been the favorite all those times, and they're both good teams this year, and I think it's going to be a real exciting meet.
So, prediction time. It's really a lot's going to depend to me on, again, if for some reason Reed goes 3 relays, and then what the Oak Park kids swim.
Yeah.
Oak Park's also done some weird things in the past. Like it would shock me, but it wouldn't be like unheard of for Botarenko and Patno to both swim frost off.
Yeah.
And for them to let them go be frost off champions. That would really turn it into like a Hinsdale Central LT dual meet.
Yeah.
Other than Reed.
Mike Reed. Yeah, so to me, I would say Reed swimming 2 individuals and winning both of those over Donatelli gives Hinsdale Central the nod for the championship, where if Donatelli can somehow beat him and win all 3 relays, then I think LT has it in the bag.
Yeah, I think LT's the favorite because they beat Hinsdale Central in all 3 relays in the dual meet.
Yeah.
And if you win a relay in the dual meet,
doesn't mean as much in a championship format.
Especially because Hinsdale's got so much depth. They're going to 2-3 it. That's only 8-6.
Yeah.
But in a championship meet, it's 32-26. That's 6 points opposed to 2. And
without a second relay,
you're basically making up 18 points at that point. That's going to be too much to make up. So I'm picking LT. If Hinsdale wins a relay, then that probably changes things. And certainly when you got a Thompson anchoring a 400 relay, if the meet's on the line, I'm not going to count him out. But like you said, Donatelli's one of the best sprinters in the state.
Yep.
So that'll wrap it up here. Again, I'm sure you've seen the commercials that we just put out this week. Buffalo Wild Wings at the end of February, the week of state, doing live preview shows from the west suburbs and from the north suburbs, getting everybody ready for New Trier and crowning state champions. So until next time, for Brandon, I'm Skylar. We'll see you next time here at Illinois Prep.